you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you!
Aye, aye, Captain!
Oh!
Hello everyone, Captain Billy J here. Welcome to Captain Billy J Travels. It is Saturday afternoon. It is Mother's Day weekend. It is the day after Cinco de Mayo. Hope you guys had a good week. Hope you guys are having a great weekend so far. I just found out that I have to have jury duty on Monday, so I'm not very happy about that. But I get out of work, but I also have to go to the courthouse, dress up. I can't work from home and stuff like that. So I got to report to jury duty. And for those of you that know, last time I reported to jury duty, I almost got put on a double murder trial. So hopefully that does not happen this time. It was close last time. So, but yeah, got to report to jury duty. Anybody reported to jury duty lately? Let me know in the chat. But thank you guys for coming in. Today, I'm going to talk about my travels coming up. I have 4 different trips that I'm going on this summer and fall. And so, basically the rest of 2023. So feel free in the chat to put in what your travels are for the rest of the year. Do you have some cruises coming up? Are you going on some trips somewhere? Let me know in the chat. Also, if Nightbot is working, you should be able to put hashtag creator in the chat, and Nightbot should drop in the link to your channel if you have one. I'm not sure if Nightbot's here yet, but we'll see if that works or not. If not, I'm going to have to go back and fix it. But thank you guys for coming in. Sorry I missed out last Saturday. I was going to go live last Saturday. I got sick. Did not feel good at all from Thursday until the weekend, and yeah, not good. So decided to go live today. So thank you guys for coming in. Let's go ahead and welcome in the chat. Very first person that came in. Well, there was people that came in last Saturday. I think Gigi Creates was on there from the Raid Parade and Saturday Stroll. But today we have Bam Manola's in here. Welcome aboard, Bam Manola. Good to have you here. Our first moderator, Anthony Simone, is here. Welcome aboard, Anthony. Good to have you here. My first mate, Megs and Cheese now. She was Megs and Cheese. She was Meg. She has multiple names, but she is here. Welcome aboard, Megs and Cheese. Good to have you here. Let's take a look and see everybody else saying hi to each other. Cruising is Fun is here anytime. Welcome aboard, Cruising is Fun anytime. Good to have you here. Let's see. Meg says I have jury duty Monday too. Oh no, that's not good. Yeah, I called yesterday, last night after 5 o'clock, and yeah, my jury number was selected to show up, so I was not excused. Last time, before my cruise, actually, I was supposed to report the Monday on my cruise, but actually I was excused for it, so I didn't have to go to that. So. But I got another jury duty notice in the mail. Yay. Meg says, hopefully I don't have to report. I will have to defer if I have to report as I'm headed to Little Rock Thursday. Yeah, I had to defer too. So, but then they ended up not picking my juror number anyways. So, Meg is also cruising on the Sunshine December 23rd. Awesome, Meg. Miss Virginia is here. No, please don't pick. I need my vacay. Well, we have time. My first trip coming up is not next weekend, but the weekend after. So in 2 weeks will be my first trip, and we'll talk about that because Miss Virginia is going along with me. And yeah, so hopefully I don't have a long. If I get selected as a juror, hopefully I don't get a long trial. Hopefully it's just Monday, and I don't get selected, and I go back to work on Tuesday. That's what's usually what happens, but I almost got picked last time, so. We'll see. And it doesn't help that you can say that your dad was an ex-cop, because my dad was an ex-cop, police officer, and that's not an excuse. So, oh well. Let's see. And I believe that Virginia was the last one, and Meg, welcome her aboard. Awesome. All right. So, yeah, today we're going to talk about my trips coming up. And so I have put together some pictures. I have put together some videos. And so I want to show you those guys about my travels coming up. So let me go ahead and do that. So I'll go ahead and share my screen. Again, thank you for guys coming in. Do make sure, if you haven't yet, hit that thumbs up button. And if you aren't chatting, hit subscribe, click the bell notification. You'll be able to chat within a minute. And I would appreciate it very much. Last I checked, I was at 699 subscribers. I believe I still am. Who is going to be number 700? Will I reach 700 in this live stream? Let me know. But right now I was at 699. All right, so let me go ahead and show you my pictures. Let me go ahead and bring that up. 1 second. Okay, there's my pictures and share. And hopefully my camera does not clock out on me. I've had that issue before. Anyways, so on Thursday the 18th, Miss Virginia, who's in the chat, and I are going to fly to Fort Worth, Texas. Yeehaw! Actually, we're going to fly into Dallas, Texas. We're going to rent a car, and then we're going to drive over to Fort Worth, Texas. So there's Fort Worth, Texas. And Sharon is here. Cruising is fun. Oh, sorry, not Sharon. Cruising is fun anytime she's saying hello to Meg. Sorry about that. All right. Moving forward. SCT Ventures in here. Welcome aboard, frenemy Greg. Good to have you here. You're just in time for me to talk about my first trip. So, going to Fort Worth, Texas. And I'm going to pull my photos here. So, Miss Virginia and I rented a car. We're going to head over to Fort Worth, Texas. We're going to stay at the Spring Hill Suites, historic, which is right next to the Fort Worth Stockyards. I don't know if anybody of you have been to Fort Worth, Texas. Let me know in the chat. Me and Virginia, we've only been to the Dallas airport, but we've never explored Dallas or Fort Worth. So this will be a new thing for both of us. But anyways, we're staying at the Spring Hill Suites. This is one of the suites. I guess this is maybe the presidential suites that they have here. Pretty nice room. And then I think maybe this will be one of our rooms. I don't think we're going to get the suites, but I think we're going to get like a typical hotel room with 2 beds. So I believe that's probably going to be what our room is. I'm not sure yet. And then this is the restaurant that they have up in the Spring Hill Suites. We're going to have breakfast here on Friday. So we're flying in on Thursday. Friday we're having a breakfast. And like I said, this is right next to the Fort Worth Stockyards, which has a lot of bars, saloons, places to eat, some hotels, and they have a daily. They come down the road twice daily, and they have stock. They have livestock to come down the road twice daily, except on some holidays. But yeah, so I guess we'll be seeing this in Fort Worth. And then here is downtown Fort Worth without the stock in the yards. Let me get caught up in the chat. Let's see. Puppy the Cat is here. Welcome aboard, Puppy the Cat. Good to have you here. Let's see. James Kenton, he's my brother from another mother from the cruise. Welcome aboard, James. Good to have you here. Everybody's saying hello to each other. Yeah, nice place. Yeah, it looks like a nice hotel. Eddie's here. Welcome aboard, Eddie. Good to have you here. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Awesome. All right, so I want to play a video of these stockyards that I have. So let me go ahead and play a video so you guys can kind of see what the stockyards is all about, because I had no idea. Here we go.
On the corner of North and Main, and down the bricks of Exchange, I felt so strange. She reached out and gave me a kiss. In the shadows of downtown, I hung around to find me a gold buckle queen. And the stockyard, that's my backyard. That's where I grew up. Cowboy hats and cowboy cats, as far as the eye can see. here on the corner of North and Main. Now the stockyard, that's my backyard. That's where I grew up.
So, yeehaw! There's my cowboy hat. Yeah, so we're in the stockyards at some point. Not exactly sure exactly what all we're going to do, but we have some free time in Fort Worth. And yeah, we're going to this place. Let me get caught up in the chat. So that at least gives you an idea of what stockyards looks like and the activities they have going on there. Down under cruisers are here, Commodore, Welcome aboard, Petty Officer Sean, and the lovely Alana, if she's there. Welcome aboard. Good to have you here. Virginia said, cool, very nice. Meg said, just got done hanging out with sharks. Eddie, yeah, Eddie loves sharks. I know that. Meg says, surprisingly great production value on this video. Yeah, I spent hours on it. Just kidding. I kind of borrowed the video and audio. Hopefully I don't get a copyright claim on it. I probably will, but I don't care. That's fine. I just want to show you guys that. Puppy Cat says, I hope you're changing the captain hat for a cowboy hat. Yes. Howdy, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I got my cowboy hat on now. Let's see. Oh, and boots. No boots. I am not wearing boots. I draw a line. I did buy a cowboy hat. I did buy a couple of plaid shirts to wear, but I am not wearing cowboy boots. Those are all Paul Vines. Paul Vines can wear the boots. Yeah, yeehaw. This is a cheap hat too. It's like a where did I get this? Oh, I got this at what's the name of the place? It's a clothing place, Burlington. I got this at Burlington, Coat Factory or Burlington. That's where I bought this hat at. I went to Tractor Supply, Virginia, and looked at the hats there. I didn't like them, or they're too expensive. So I like this hat. I think it'll work out pretty well. And it fits my head. A lot of hats at Tractor Supply did not fit my head because I have a big head. Let's see. There's Paul Vines. Welcome aboard, Paul Vines. Yeehaw! Wait, base is Eddie. You need a Stetson. Well, I am a stud. I don't know about a Stetson, but I am a stud. Did you survive having me on your show? Probably not. All right, excellent. So that was the stockyards. And let me go ahead and pull my pictures back up. So we're going to Fort Worth, Texas for a reason. And that reason is we're going to the Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, Texas. Yeehaw. And this is the inside of the Dickies Arena, and you'll see the dirt floor there. That's because we are going to the PBR World Finals because I won one of the grand prizes in the Pendleton PBR World Finals sweepstakes. So I won a prize package for 2 tickets to the 2023 PBR World Finals in Fort Worth, Texas, including a hotel stay for 3 nights, round-trip airfare, and a gift card valued at $350. So yay, I won something. Anyway, so finally got all the paperwork figured out. I finally got flight stuff and hotel information. I got my gift card already. Still waiting on tickets for the event. They're supposed to be coming. And yeah, so this was the sweepstakes. It was an enter for a chance to win. And this is from Pendleton Whiskey is the sponsor. So that's where I won it from. And this is the PBR World Finals logo for this year. This is the second year they've had it in Fort Worth, Texas. They had it last year in Fort Worth, Texas. Last 30 years before that, they've been in Vegas. So Fort Worth is a newer city for them. And if you don't know what the PBR is, it is bull riding. So yes, we will be going to the Professional Bull Riding World Finals in Fort Worth, Texas. Yeehaw! So let me go ahead and play a commercial that maybe I put together as video. Let me show you a little bit about the PBR, or Professional Bull Riding.
The PBR is selling out arenas from New York to Los Angeles. But now, it's time for a Texas-sized party in the cowboy capital of the world. The professional bull riders return to Fort Worth for the roughest, toughest sporting event of the year. It's the 30th anniversary of the PBR World Finals, and it'll be an epic conclusion to one of the closest races for a gold buckle in PBR's history. It's a cowboy celebration only Texas can handle. May 12th through 14th at Dickies Arena. Tickets at PBR.com and Ticketmaster.
So that was the commercial for the PBR World Finals opening weekend, which actually is next weekend. That's when it starts officially, and it goes on for a few days. And Virginia and I were catching the last, second to last 2 days of the PBR World Finals. We were leaving on Sunday, so we will miss the championship, the last day of it. But we'll see the 2 days before that. So Virginia said, "Oh, okay. I like the one you got to now. Did good. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am." Go to Billy Bob's and ride the bull. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I don't know. We don't know anything about Fort Worth, Texas. So recommendations. I think doesn't Texas Pepito? Doesn't he live in Fort Worth? He said for me to reach out to him for recommendations, but I think he is in that area. But thanks, Paul. I'll check out Billy Bob's. Is it named after me? Is that named that after me? I mean, I am famous, so I would think so. Fancy, says Meg. Glad it's not the beer. Those give me headaches. Yes. All right. And then I have one other video on the PBR, give you some more idea of what the bull riding is. Meg said Sharon from Cruising Scene lives close to Fort Worth. Awesome. So hopefully maybe I'll meet somebody. My cousin's daughter, she lives in Austin, which isn't too far away. Amy from Amethyst Haze Adventures, she lives in Abilene, Texas. But that's like 2.5 hours away. So I don't know if I'll be able to meet up with Amy. But there are some people down in that area. So that's kind of cool. Paul said that they have an indoor rodeo. Yeah, I heard that it's like Fridays and Saturdays. So I don't know if they'll do it during the PBR World Finals, but yeah, I'll have to check that out. Thanks, Paul. Yes, let's ride a bull mechanic, that is, Virginia. Supposedly, we're going to ride a real bull. Like, we get to sit on a real bull for a picture, I think. Virginia said she's out, but the captain is going to do it, definitely. World famous. Yes, I am world famous. That is for sure. Let me go ahead and play that video of the PBR World Finals. So that's a little video of what goes on at the PBR World Finals. So I guess they have music acts there. I heard that the sponsor, Pendleton Whiskey, will take very good care of us. So I would assume that the whiskey will be flowing, and I think we get some other gifts and stuff. They had the same sweepstakes last year, and I know a couple of people that went on that, and they said they had an awesome time, and that the sponsor was really good. So hopefully we'll bring back some swag and some stuff, and yeah, it'll be a good time. So anyways, that's the PBR World Finals. Let me caught up in the chat. Let me see. World famous. Meg is skipping the bowl. Virginia says, "We shall see on the live bowl." Well, come on, Virginia, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Meg says, "I feel like there's a lot of spit cups and testosterone in that arena." Yeah, there probably is. So it'll be interesting. Paul says you can slip over to Arlington and catch a Rangers game. Yeah, I don't know if Virginia would be in for that. I'm not the biggest baseball fan either. We will have a rental car, so we will be able to drive around and stuff. Because I looked at the price, because the sponsor is not covering our shuttle or anything from the Dallas airport to the Fort Worth hotel area. That is 23 miles. And so they're not covering that. So looking at the Uber prices, and Uber is like $53 one way plus tip. So for going there and then coming back, it was for about $10 more. It was cheaper to rent a rental car. So I got a rental car reserved for us. So we'll have some wheels and we can drive around and do stuff, whatever we want to do, and we can make some late night Walmart runs or whatever we got to do, get some snacks and stuff. So, yo, what's here? Adventures Ahead. Welcome aboard, Michelle and Josh. They're going live later tonight. Check them out. They're at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. Check them out. They're going live. If you're interested in cruising, I will be there. So check out Adventures Ahead. So yeah, we just finished up wrapping up the Fort Worth, Texas. So going to the PBR World Finals. So that's my first trip of this year. All right. So we need to go ahead and switch hats because we're no longer in cowboy country. We are moving on. Well, actually, we kind of are in cowboy country. And then we'll come back from the PBR World Finals on a Sunday, and then I have nothing planned for June at all for trips. But in July, I have 2 trips planned. First one is I will be flying right after 4th of July. I'll be flying to Scottsdale, Arizona. So this is Scottsdale, Arizona, and here's Scottsdale, Arizona at night. And going to the Scottsdale Plaza Resort. So actually, I'm flying into Phoenix, renting a car, and I'll be driving to Scottsdale and going to the Scottsdale Plaza Resort. And it's a nice resort area. This is the front of the resort. And then here is the resort area. They have like probably 3 or 4 pools, and they have villas and all kinds of different amenities at this resort. And I'm going here because it is for the 34th Annual National Sweepstakes Convention. It's July 6th to 9th, 2023. But it's a dry heat. Yeah, Arizona in July is going to be hot. But yes, it's a dry heat in Arizona. So yeah, I'm going here for the National Sweepstakes Convention. Last year, I was in New Hampshire, Manchester, New Hampshire, for the Sweepstakes Convention, and I loved it so much that I wanted to go again. So I'm going again. This time, it's in Scottsdale, Arizona. So we'll have a meet and greet on Thursday, July 6th. I'm flying in on July 6th. I'll get there early afternoon, and this is in the Thursday evening will be our little meet and greet. Let me get caught up in chat before I get too far behind. Thanks. Adventures Head said thanks. You're welcome. Sean says, do they drive on the same side of the road as you do? Yes, they do. Which is the right side. The right side is the right side. Paul says, go to the stockyards, shop and eat, ride the train. Oh, ride the train. And go to Billy Bob's. Thank you, Paul. Beautiful. Scott Smith is here. Welcome aboard, Scott Smith. You have permission to come aboard. Come on aboard. Najuma Brown is also here, too. Welcome aboard, Najuma. Good to have you here. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Awesome. All right, excellent. All right, so meet and greet on Thursday, July 6th. Then on Friday and Saturday is the main part of the convention. We'll have like sessions like this. We'll have some speakers. But the most important thing is you get to win prizes. So last time at the convention, I won a tablet. I won some other miscellaneous gifts. I won a power inverter. And so, yeah, I won some nice prizes. So hopefully I'll win some more prizes at this convention. So, but this is kind of like we have different speakers that'll speak. We have like these little tables and stuff. This is like pictures from last year. All right. So yeah. So in July, I'm going to Scottsdale, Arizona, and then I'm flying back on the 9th. And then yeah. Let's see. So that's my second trip coming up. And get caught up in the chat. Oh, Cruising Scene is here. Welcome aboard, Cruising Scene. Good to have you here, Sharon. All right. So that was my second trip. Now on to my third trip. So also in July, I have another trip planned. This is the third week in July, and this will be on. Let me pull up my calendar. It is July 19th to the 23rd. So July 19th and 23rd. I will be flying from Pensacola, Florida to Des Moines, Iowa. And first, before Christian Scene says, Billy, are you coming to Fort Worth? Yes, coming to Fort Worth. You'll have to go back after the live. You can go back and talk all about Fort Worth. So, yes, I'm coming to Fort Worth. Me and my friend Virginia, we're coming May 18th to the 21st. So in 2 weeks, we will be in Fort Worth, Texas. We're going to the PBR World Finals. So, and I heard that you live in the area. So, awesome. Anyways, back to this. So, flying into Des Moines, Iowa, getting a rental car again, and driving up 2 hours to my hometown of Cedar Falls, Iowa. So this is Cedar Falls, Iowa, that you see on the screen. This is downtown Cedar Falls, Iowa. This is where I was born and raised. And it is home to the University of Northern Iowa. And this is the campus here, is the Campanile, and one of the buildings. That's the library. And then, yeah, so we got that. And then we're also famous for our Unidome. So we have our football field is underneath a dome, which is great because it's always 72 degrees. No wind, no rain, no snow, no hail. It is perfect. So this is the home of the UNI Panthers. Go Panthers! And I love going to football games here, but unfortunately I will not be able to make a football game this year because I'm going in July, and football season doesn't start until September. Anyways, I'm going for 2 reasons. I'm going to Iowa. I'm going to go see my dad because I haven't seen him in a while. My dad still lives there, and he just moved to a new place. I want to see his new condo he moved to. And also for another reason, and the reason for that is I'm going over to Waterloo, Iowa, which is right next door to Cedar Falls. This is downtown Waterloo, right along the Cedar River. And going to the National Wrestling Hall of Fame Dan Gable Museum in downtown Waterloo, Iowa. So Dan Gable, some of you might have heard that name. He is an Olympic champion in wrestling. Also, he was the head coach for the University of Iowa Hawkeyes for a while as well too. So, anyways, he has his namesake here. He went to high school in Waterloo, Iowa. But I'm going because it is the annual George Tragos Luthez Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame weekend. So, for those of you that don't know, not only am I a captain, not only do I enter sweepstakes, but also I've been a referee of pro wrestling for 20 plus years. So I am going back to my hometown for this Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame. Pretty awesome to have a wrestling museum and Hall of Fame in your hometown area. This is the Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame wing of the museum. It also has amateur wrestling as well too. A lot of it's amateur wrestling, but they do have a dedicated part of the museum for professional wrestling. Here is the poster for the wrestling weekend coming up. You'll see some names on there. You'll see some of the activities they've got going on. I just found this real quick, so. But yeah, those are some of the people coming. I'll talk about those people coming up. But there's Dan Gable's on there. Let's see. I got some other names. If you like pro wrestling from like the 70s, 80s, you might recognize some of these names. There's Sergeant Slaughter, some of you might know from the 80s. Yeah, we're going. I'll be going to the Waterloo Convention Center, which isn't too far from the museum. And they just remodeled this not too long ago, so it's nice and new. So pretty awesome. This used to be the Five Sullivan Brothers Convention Center. It was named after the five Sullivan brothers that died while serving, but they renamed it to the Waterloo Convention Center. They do have a little memorial for the five Sullivan brothers. But we're going here. The other reason is because Pro Wrestling Weekend, they always have a show. It is put on by Impact Pro Wrestling. It is my home pro wrestling organization or promotion that I started wrestling for 20 years ago. Anyways, they put on a pro wrestling show. And this was the inside of the convention center with the wrestling ring and the video, and they updated the lights in here, so it's pretty awesome setting for a pro wrestling show. And I may throw on my referee shirt and do a little reffing. So this is my promo picture. Referee Billy J is my other name. Captain Billy J, Referee Billy J. And here's a little bit of me in action. This is last time I was at the Hall of Fame weekend. So there's me holding the hand of Miranda Gordy, who is the daughter of Terry Gordy, famous wrestler. And here's me holding up another hand of a local talent. And I do get a little involved in wrestling. So there I'm getting involved and pulling the women apart. And for those of you that watch the current WWE product, you might recognize this guy I'm holding his arm up. This is, well, currently right now it is Seth freaking Rollins from WWE. Back then he was Tyler Black, but he is a local Iowa boy. And yeah, it's pretty awesome to ref one of his matches just before he made it to WWE. So I've reffed a lot of pro wrestling, famous pro wrestlers and stuff like that. So, and this was the poster from last year. You can see some of the people that they had. So last year they had Trish Stratus, Jerry Briscoe, JBL, good old JR, Jim Ross, and some other of the local talents and some other names as well too. Some famous wrestlers and managers on here. So this weekend takes place July 20th, 22nd in Waterloo, Iowa. This year we're going to have Jerry Briscoe, John Bradshaw, Layfield, James Beard, Wes Briscoe, Colt Cabana, Tommy, Wildfire Rich, the Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant, Baron Von Raschke, J.J. Dillon, B. Brian Blair, Bob Roop, Nord the Barbarian, Thunderbolt Patterson, Jonard Soley, Rick McCord, Joe Malenko, and many more, as well as referee Billy J will be there as well. And the reason for this is every year they do this weekend. We have an induction weekend for the Hall of Fame. So we have awards that they give out. So at the bottom of this is the Luthez World Heavyweight Championship Award. This year is going to be the winner of this award is Bill DeMott. He competed in Japan, ECW, WCW, WWE. He also was a trainer for WWE for a while. He's receiving the award. And then the Frank Gotch Award is going to be given to Haku, who is a multi-time title holder in Japan, WCW, and WWE. So those awards. There's also some other awards. There's also the Gordon Soley Award. That is going to be given to Conrad Thompson, who does multiple pro wrestling podcasts. There's also the Jim Melby Award, which talks about pro wrestling journalism, outstanding historian. This year, that award is going to Tom Burke. And then there's a Jack Briscoe Spotlight Award, given in the name of Jack Briscoe, who is the brother of Jerry Briscoe. And that is going to be given to Les Thatcher, who is contributed to professional wrestling as a wrestler, commentator, promoter, trainer, and will receive the award. So this is Tom Burke that's getting the Jim Melby Award. Also, Boris Malenko is getting an inaugural trainer award. That's another award that's being given out. And then here's some of the names. So Jerry Briscoe will be there. James Beard, a great referee, will be there in attendance. Thunderbolt Patterson, old time wrestler, will be there. B. Brian Blair from the Killer Bees will be there. Tommy Wildfire Rich will be there. John Nord the Barbarian. John Bradshaw Layfield. Some of you newer wrestler fans might know JBL. There's Baron Von Raschke will be there. J.J. Dillon, who's the manager of the Four Horsemen, will be there. There's Conrad Thompson, who's getting an award for the Golden Soley. Wes Briscoe, the son of Jerry Briscoe, will be there in attendance, wrestling. Colt Cabana will be there. He is in AEW. It was in AEW. I don't know if he still is, but he was in WWE as well. He'll be wrestling in attendance as well. And I believe that is my last picture of that. Yes, it is. All right. So that is Pro Wrestling Weekend I'm going to in July in Waterloo, Iowa. Let me get caught up in the chat. We are 23 minutes away from the top of the hour, which will end at the top of the hour. What did Sharon miss? You missed the Fort Worth stuff. We talked about Fort Worth and the PBR World Finals. Go back and check that out, Sharon. I went too far ahead there. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Yes, home. Yes, Virginia lived in Iowa as well too, so that is her hometown area as well. Meg says Cedar Falls looks very flat but pretty. It is flat, no mountains in Iowa, but it is right along the river, and within 10 minutes you can be in a cornfield. But it is a town area of 100,000 people, so it's not. I mean, it's a good sized town area, especially with the students on campus at the University of Northern Iowa. That Waterloo picture was beautiful. Yeah, it is beautiful, Waterloo, along the Cedar River there. There are some bad sides of Waterloo. Cedar Falls is mostly the nicer parts, but Waterloo has its nice parts as well. That sounds fun. Yeah. You're a triple threat. Yes, I am, Virginia. I am a triple threat. Thank you for clapping. Adventures ahead. And he stayed at the Holiday Inn Express last night. Actually, I will not be staying at the Holiday Inn Express. Where am I staying at? I don't know where I'm staying at. I'm staying somewhere. Cowboy Billy J. Yes, it could be cowboy, captain, referee. Yeah, Seth Rollins. Yeah, pretty awesome. Ryan Donahue is here. Welcome aboard, Ryan Donahue. Oh, and it's Meg's birthday weekend that weekend in July. Awesome, Meg. Let's see. Yeah, Hugh Morris. Yeah, also Bill DeMott. Yep. Of course, check out Pro Wrestling. Every Saturday, except for today, we will be going live with the World Wrestling Vlog. So if you are a Pro Wrestling fan, check out the World Wrestling Vlog here on YouTube. Saturday nights, we have a live show. We're off today because Josh is coming back from watching his son graduate from the Marine Corps. So no show tonight. Pedroza Travel is here. Welcome aboard, Pedroza Travel, a part of the Saturday Stroll. That's coming up next. So at the top of the hour, the kickoff for the Saturday Stroll will happen. That is with Sherry Awesome Sunsets. She is kicking off the live part of the stroll, and then the Saturday Stroll will happen with a whole bunch of different premieres. Speaking of that, also yesterday was the Raid Parade. I did put out my last video, well, almost last video from the Carnival Pride. It was my last C-Day video. So if you didn't miss that, go back and check out my last C-Day vlog on the Carnival Pride. I still have a ship tour I've got to put out, which hopefully will be next week. And I got some video to put out from the Naval Aviation Museum that I've got to put together and put that out as well, too. And then I'll have some video from this Fort Worth, Texas trip coming up. So I'm excited to share that as well, too. Let's see. Everyone's saying hello to Pedroza Travel. That's your coolest trip, Billy. Thank you, Paul. I got one more big trip coming up. Thank you, Meg, dropping in the link for the World Wrestling Vlog. And I just clicked on the wrong. I clicked on the link. All right, Lake Works. And thank you, Paul, for dropping in the Saturday Stroll kickoff. That's a live show with Sherry Awesome Sunset. All right, so that was my third trip. So going to Fort Worth, Texas, with Virginia to the PBR World Finals, going to Scottsdale, Arizona for the National Sweepstakes Convention, going by myself, going to my hometown of Waterloo, Cedar Falls, Iowa for the National Wrestling Hall of Fame weekend in July by myself. Going to see my dad, hopefully some other family members and some friends. It's going to be a good time. I have one more trip coming up. That is not until October, but it's a big trip. It's a long trip coming up. So let me go ahead and pull up my pictures for that. So, and Scott says Naval Aviation Museum is awesome. Does the Blue Angels still practice on Tuesday and Wednesday mornings? Yes, they still practice. I don't know if it's Wednesday mornings. I think it's Thursdays. Tuesdays and Thursday. I know Tuesday for sure. I don't know if they do Thursday. I guess Thursday. But yes, they do practice. The old place I used to live at, you could hear them flying over and stuff like that. So, but yeah, and they're also opening up the Naval Aviation Museum permanently. And the base, access to the base permanently towards the middle of May. So that'll be a good time. They've just been opening up on weekends every once in a while, but now they're going to open up permanently. So that's awesome news. So I want to put out a video before that happens so people can check out that, and then they can go to the museum and check it out for themselves. All right. So then in October, I have a trip coming up. So I am going to Fort Lauderdale with Danny, and we're flying to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And so this is lovely Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And we're going to stay one night at the Seminole Hard Rock Hollywood Casino in Hollywood, Florida, which is right next to Fort Lauderdale. So this is the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel. They got the guitar-shaped hotel. They got some nice pools and area, so it looks pretty awesome. I have never been here before, so looking forward to that. And here's another view of the Hard Rock towards evening, so you get to see the guitar lit up there and the pool area and stuff. And here's another picture of the guitar area at night. So, yeah, going to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Dewey from Dewey's Travels, or Dewisky, he's going to pick us up and take us to the hotel. He's also going to take us down to our next destination, which is right after this. So here's the inside of the casino. Here's the table games, some of the slot machines I got, and slot machines, of course. Staying here for free for one night in a tower suite. So I'll be showing you guys a room tour of the tower suites once we get into that. So that's going to be awesome. But Dewey is going to drive us down to Miami, Florida. And here is beautiful downtown Miami, Florida. Just beautiful. But more specifically, he's going to take us to the port of Miami. So going to the port of Miami and going to jump on maybe a cruise. Yeah, so in 162 days and less hours, we're going to be jumping on the Carnival Celebration. So October 15th, we'll be jumping on the Carnival Celebration out of Miami, Florida. So this will be a new ship for me. I've been on the Mardi Gras, which is the sister ship to the Celebration, but jumping on the Celebration. So here's the playground area of the Celebration. They got the mini golf, they got the roller coaster, they've got the water slide, the water park. So pretty awesome. And here is the inside, is the atrium area, the Grand Central Plaza, or whatever they call it, Celebration Plaza. This is the inside of that. Here is an area inside here. This is the Latitudes bar area, and Emeralds is here as well too. So that's pretty awesome. And these windows light up, and they show different videos and stuff. So that's going to be cool. And yeah, so we're selling out of Miami, Florida. And let me get caught up in the chat. Pedro's Travel says the Blue Angels were in Riverside last month. Awesome. Yeah, they travel all over doing air shows and stuff. And it's cool because we get to go down to Pensacola Beach on Sundays, and we get to see the Blue Angels fly home. So they do a flyby along the beach, And so I've seen a couple of times of them doing that. So it's pretty awesome because the base is right there. Because we were home with the Blue Angels. So GGM Crates is here. Welcome aboard, Megan. Good to have you here. I saw your message from last Saturday. I hope I feel better. I feel 100%. I feel great now. Yeah, I wasn't able to go live because I was sick last night or last Saturday, but I feel much better today. Anyways, talking about my cruise coming up. So going out of Miami. So day one will be Miami, October 15th, Sunday, and then day two will be a fun day at sea. So sea day. I love sea days, so I'll get to explore the ship this day. First port of call will be Amber Cove in the Dominican Republic. So looking forward to going back to Amber Cove. Probably don't have anything planned, no excursions. Probably just hang out in the port area. They got a nice little pool area and stuff there in Amber Cove. And my favorite port coming up is San Juan, Puerto Rico. So I'm excited to go back to San Juan. I love San Juan. I love old San Juan. Love walking through the streets. They have great food, great drinks. You got the fortresses. Pretty awesome to be in San Juan. And you have to go here at least once, maybe twice. So this is San Juan. Then going to a new port I have never been to before. That is St. Martin or St. Martin. So I've never been to this port before. We've never been to this port before. So I'm excited to go here. Not sure what we're doing yet. Probably just gonna walk around. And yeah, so looking forward to this port. Then it will be a sea day. So day 6 is a fun day at sea. And then another fun day at sea, day 7, fun day at sea. So 2 sea days. So we got a total of 3 sea days on this cruise. This is great because the Carnival Celebration is a huge ship. And it's going to be great to have time to explore this ship. Let me take a look at the chat. Looks like a nice ship for your cruise. Yeah, it's going to be a great time for sure. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Awesome. All right. So that is the first cruise. That's 7 days. And then we're back in Miami. Which debarkation day is sad because then you have to get off the ship and then you have to go back home. Well, I'm not going back home. We are getting off the ship and then we're getting right back on. We're doing a back-to-back. So in 169 days and probably 2 hours or so, or less, maybe just 169 days, we are jumping on the Carnival Celebration again. And, oh, hold on, make sure I'm still live. 1 second, just making sure I'm still live. I've lost my Wi-Fi connection. Looks like I'm still live. Oh, I'm live. Okay. Yeah, my phone lost connection now. Weird. Anyway, so 169 days, jumping on the second cruise. This is the non-group cruise with Adventures Ahead, Beach Please, and they're sponsoring this group cruise. So there's going to be a lot of people on this cruise with us, and yeah, this is going to be a great time. So we're jumping on the Celebration again. So we're leaving out of Miami. This will be October 22nd. We'll be leaving out of Miami. Thank you guys telling me that I'm live. Yeah, I don't know, my phone disconnected. That's weird. You're live. Jenny said I'm live. You're still here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. CME Traveling here. Kurt is here. Welcome aboard, Kurt. And the beautiful Marsha, she's there. Welcome aboard. We're just talking about my second cruise, my back-to-back cruise on a Carnival Celebration. So, Miami. Then it'll be a fun day at sea. And then we're going to Amber Cove again. So this will be my second time in Amber Cove. So this time I'm going to go to the pool area and the cabana area. So some people are doing a group excursion to a resort area as well. Again, you're not required to go to any other group activities. This is the non-group cruise, so you can do whatever you want. Make the cruise your own. Then we're going back to San Juan again. So I love San Juan. So I get to go to San Juan twice. So probably just walk around San Juan again. No excursion booked. Can't wait to go to San Juan again. Then I go on to an entirely new port that I've not been to. That is St. Thomas. So the last cruise was St. Martin. This will be St. Thomas. So looking forward to going to St. Thomas. Never been there before. This is in the U.S. Virgin Islands. So looking forward to checking out St. Thomas. And then there'll be a couple of fun days at sea. So day 6, fun day at sea. And then day 7, fun day at sea. So again, 3 more sea days on the Carnival celebration. So I get a lot of time on the cruise, especially with back to back. And then we're back in Miami, and this will be the sad day. This is the last day. This is the day that we have to fly back home to Pensacola, Florida. Anyways, that is the end of my pictures. I hope you guys enjoyed my trips that are coming up. So I've got trips again to Fort Worth, Texas, to the PBR World Finals in May in 2 weeks. I got jury duty on Monday. Hopefully that won't last long. Then I got the PBR World Finals in Fort Worth, Texas. Then going to Scottsdale, Arizona for the National Sweepstakes Convention. That's going to be a great time. I get to see my friends, sweepstakes friends. I can win some prizes. It's going to be a great time. And then also going back home in July to Waterloo, Cedar Falls, Iowa. I get to put on my referee shirt, maybe ref match or two, try not to get bumped, and referee some pro wrestling. Get to see some great pro wrestlers there, some famous wrestlers. I get to see my wrestling friends, the fans. I get to see, hopefully, get to see some of my family. So it's going to be a great time going back home in July. And then this back-to-back 14 days on the Carnival celebration. So I'm excited for that. That is the only cruise I have booked. After October, I did not have another cruise booked. I'm going to wait. I have to wait on see what offers I get from Carnival, see what other offers I can go with. I have a Royal Caribbean offer I got to use. I have one right now for Princess that I may not be able to use. Hopefully I can. But I have to save up my PTO time or my leave time from work. So I won't be able to take another trip until end of December, January. So I got to save my time up from work. Let me get caught up in the chat. Let's see. Pedroza Travel says he's got to get out to the East Coast. Yeah, he's on the West Coast. Yeah, I definitely need to get on the East Coast. We have some great cruises on the East Coast. Problem is I am close to the West Coast. It is cheaper without flights. Yeah, that is the thing. That's what told me back from the West Coast cruising, because the flights are not cheap. My flights are not cheap to go to Arizona. There's the beautiful Marsha. Welcome aboard, beautiful Marsha. Good to have you here. Boo, jury duty. Yes, boo. Question: what port are you looking forward to the most? Ooh, I love San Juan. But I'm excited for St. Thomas and St. Martin because I've never been to either one of those. So I'm excited for those and San Juan. Again, I mostly like sea days, so I'm going to love the 6 sea days that I'll have on the Carnival celebration. So I'm actually looking forward to that as well too. So a lot of the cruise now, Amber Cove, I've been there before. The second time Amber Cove, I'll be more fun because I'll be with a group. But the first time we're going, just me and Danny, so no fun. And then yeah, but San Juan definitely. I love San Juan. Can't wait. Gotta go. Have a great night. Thank you, Virginia, for sticking around. I'll see you soon. Let me see. I have been getting some good casino offers. If only I had the time to take off. Yeah, I wish I had more time to take off too, because I have a lot of casino offers I would love to use. What did I miss? Oh, you posted it again. Oh, why is it going back? That's weird. Hold on. Let me get caught up in the chat. Why is it going back so far? Let me see. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Me too, Sharon, makes it annoying to schedule things. Yes, it does, definitely. Need to win the lottery jackpot. so don't have to worry about work and can leave whenever you want. So hopefully, I got my tickets for tonight. So hopefully, maybe I'll win a lottery jackpot tonight. We got 3 or 4 minutes left in chat. If you have a trip coming up, let me know in the chat real quick. I'll share them out. But yeah, those are my trips I got planned. We'll see what 2024 holds. The Sweepstakes Convention is in Scottsdale, Arizona this year. Next year, it's going to one of my favorite places. It's going to Las Vegas. So maybe I'll go to Las Vegas next year. So I might have that. May have another cruise planned. Yeah, we'll see what 2024 holds for the captain. But that's my 2023 so far. Let me see. Kurt says St. Thomas might become your favorite. Oh, hopefully it does. Is St. Thomas or St. Martin? Which one is the one that has a sky? It's like a skyway or something that goes up the mountain or something. One of those two has it. We'll probably end up doing that. Let's see. Billy, I'll pay sources how to put the cord cuts on you. I'm tapping out. As soon as he puts it on, I'm tapping out. So hopefully he does not do that to me. Looking forward to hearing about your journeys. Awesome, Meg. Thank you. I'll be taking my GoPro, my new GoPro, with me. And I got to check that out still. And I'll be getting some video. I'll be taking some pictures. I'll be posting on my personal Facebook. I'll be posting on Captain Billy J Travels. Also on my Instagram. I might try to put some photos on there as well. But I'll definitely have some videos and blogs that come out on this channel. And I'll probably do a live show talking about my travels as well, too. Yeah, Saturday Stroll is coming up next in 3 minutes. Sherry Awesome Sunsets is kicking off the Saturday Stroll, so go over there in 2 minutes. Check out that. Thank you, Paul, for dropping in the link to Sherry Awesome Sunsets live coming up. And Vegas, heck yeah. Yeah, I love Vegas. I have a whole bunch of casino offers for Vegas, too, but just don't have the time to go. James says October 8th, 2024 is a boot cruise out of Tampa with Eddie. Yes. So, yeah, there's a booze cruise next year. There's a booze cruise this year. I'm going to miss it because I'll be in Miami coming back home, so I will miss that one. Ryan Donahue says St. Martin has great diving. Have to see about St. Thomas. Awesome. Yeah, I don't have to go diving, but that's cool. Megan's Bay at St. Thomas, Marshall's favorite port so far. Awesome. I'll definitely have to check Megan's Bay out. Is that named after Meg? Or is that named after Megan from GGM Creates? Let's see. All right. Excellent. Well, thank you guys for coming in. We're approaching the top of the hour. Do make sure you hit the thumbs up button if you haven't yet. Would appreciate it very much. Hit subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Check out my C-Day vlog from yesterday. I put that out yesterday. I'll be putting out a ship tour of the Carnival Pride probably next week. Also, I'll be putting out a video of the Naval Aviation Museum as well as the Pensacola Lighthouse. That'll be coming up in the next week or two. And then it's off to Fort Worth, Texas. So, yeehaw! All right, I'll put my captain's hat or my cowboy hat on. Looking forward to going to Fort Worth, Texas. Megan's Bay, we have our own bay? Yes, I guess you do. Awesome. Thank you guys for coming in. Go on over to Sherry Awesome Sunsets. The link is dropped in the chat. And check that out. And thank you guys for watching. I don't know when I'll go live next. So let's keep an eye out. Join the Captain Billy J Travels Facebook group as well as the page. Like the page. Join the group. And I usually post them there when I'm going live as well. But thank you guys for showing up. And we'll see you guys later. All right. Let me find the goodbye video and we'll say goodbye. All right. Bye, everyone.